We're camping here. We're camping here tonight, then. Ugh. Back in a moment.
Surely we should have seen the palace by now. The castle and the Capitol towers over the city.
I'm not staying in any haunted...
You're in good company there because I'd rather get back on the boat.
I've had enough of the sea. Fuck, you're a bunch of... Motherfucker. What did you do?
Oh no, Marius?
Where Marius stood is now a dark hole in the... Oh, fuck! Alive! Filthy. Alive. Are these stairs? So, of course, down we go. Okay. Thought it was just a fucking sinkhole or some shit. Got real worried. That shit is dangerous. Rough-hewn stone steps lead down into an underground passageway, flat and winding for a way. The walls are lined with old torch brackets, roots working their way through the ceiling. Passage underfoot is lumpy with disuse. We walk single file, though it's wide enough we could walk side by side. With only 2 lamps between the 5 of us, we're slow, but not alarmed. Yet. The path turns into carved stairs leading up through a rock-lined corridor, dark and damp, moisture beating on the walls and sound of ocean echoing in the distance. I think we're all holding our breaths, or we would be if the steps weren't so steep. No breath left for chatting.
There's a light up ahead.
That's not good. That probably means people. Right? The roof of the cave is pinpricked like a sky of grassy stars. To our left, the sky peeks through stone latticework. To the right, an entire structure of doors and windows and staircases is carved right into the wall. Did they ever say that Summer Palace was a building? Would it not be a building? Wait. Hold on. What? Huh? Wait a minute. What? The air in here is thick and damp. Spiderwebs drifting across every surface, tracks from creatures along the walls, and are there glowworms up near the ceiling? Hang on, I want to see too. Oh, wow. Balcony is carved right into the Lord's steps, overlooking the water. Run my hands across the beautifully carved balustrade and look right out across the endless ocean. The waves crash so far down below it feels like vertigo. A few meters away, pushed up against the railing, is a carved wooden table, modeled from the salty air. 2 seats are drawn up close together. Shit. You think... Nah, those have not been moved in a long time. Who do you think it was? Guess we're not the first squatters. Not... Oh, I'm sure the Lord loves sneaking out here for the fresh sea air between bouts of tyranny. It's not like he's gonna send anyone else to his holiday house. I hope they enjoyed the time they had, whoever it was. Strokes the back of the chair. I look up along the cliff. Tree roots creep down from the surface, weave through the wall. That's why we could barely spot it. I'm gonna try to find out more. You coming? Yeah, right behind you. Echo! 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 I don't want to take a seat down in a chair so haunted. I can hear hurrying footsteps bouncing against the rocks, whispered voices, flickers in the hollowed windows. Sounds not as loud as I would have guessed. The walls are all grown over with green and gray moss or lichen or whatever it is. I scratch at it with a fingernail. It's maybe a centimeter or two thick, soft and moist and dampening any echoes. Oh geez, how big is this place? Also, this is starting to look like a fucking maze. I don't like this. For all that it's been abandoned, there was a home here.
The Major and I have found the linen cupboard, and it's in dire need of airing.
We draped sheets and blankets over the balcony into the breeze, weighted against the wind by a few shards of shattered tiles, and the must airs right out. Armory. Emptied, but armory. It's a small room near the entrance, floor scuffed and cracks lined up on the walls. Would have been restocked and cleaned out with the ebb and flow of the court. Kitchen! There's an oven! Kitchen is on the highest floor, oven and stove hollowed out with a stone chimney cutting through the roof. There's a table, even plates and cutlery, dry mold crumbled on the porcelain. I really hope wherever they are now, they're okay. You're really invested in this narrative, aren't you? Aren't you? I mean, I am curious. Squatters seem to have only used 3 bedrooms. One is enormous, not the largest, the Lord's designated room, but big. Mary digs out a crumpled shirt from beneath the bed. On the far side of the palace, Reckon finds a pile of stained sheets heaped in a corner of one bedroom, and in another, Rand spots shiny smooth patches worn by pacing feet. This could have been us. The people in this place, they might have been like me. And, well, us now. Eckler? Revolutionaries? Both. How can you tell? The people hiding out here can't have been with the Lord, not living the way they were. Why make not only a life, a home here, and then leave? They swept the floor, but left sheets piled on the bed. They wanted, waited, planned, and then they failed. He lived. Aklar rebels right under the Lord's nose. I can feel it echoing off the walls. They left a legacy here, a story that faded and fell apart.
What do you mean, a legacy?
Wait, I know this one. Legacies in Akalau, the parts of your mind, your thoughts that you leave in someone else's mind. Bits of you that take hold in someone else's head and stay there even after you're dead. Sorry, Teresa. How do you know that? Someone must have found Akalo fascinating enough to talk to me about it. So, what can you tell us about what happened to those 2? There are 3 bedrooms. Fine, those however many. It's like a song in the back of your head that you know, but the words and the music, nothing quite comes.
But it's good? It's okay?
It's home. Pat. Has anyone called any of the rooms yet? Because I know where I want it. I take a small room beneath the one where we found the shirt. That room ain't big enough for the 3 of us. I really like this one. You and I had better scout out the next doors. And you better not be a stranger. They settle comfortably into the larger room to my right. Mary claims a room which looks straight out through the lattices across the ocean. Major takes the one next to her. All of these childish games. Reckon's the only one to go all the way upstairs to confront the abandoned room directly. For a moment, he stands frozen in the doorway, head leaning weakly against the doorframe. Then he comes to himself and instead takes the room next to it, tiny nook of a thing that looks like storage. Feels like forever since I last slept in a proper bed. We're coming in, hide your dick. I'm down on my feet. Don't get up on our behalf. No, seriously, do not. We were just getting into bed, and then I was like, hey, which side of the bed does Rick sleep on? And we realized we didn't know, because we've never done it. Also, our bed was really cold. Yeah, Rand said that she was mostly coming because you run hot. So, you gonna share your bed for sleeping? The hand holding. Get in, you asses. I'm sleeping in the middle. Yeah, that's where the bed warmer goes. One of you lover boys, give me your arm. This pillow sucks. Hee Cuddles. The air is damp and dewy, weak yellow-green light oozing in through the slits of a window. A buzz comes in from the corridor, murmured words rebounding off the rock. Okay, now to bedtime. Marius is asleep half on top of me, and it takes a bit of work to get out from under his arm. I roll him over on top of Rayanne instead. Eyes still blear, I reach for my vest. Sorry. Mary and Reckon are seated by the side of the pool. I recognize the dishes they're scrubbing from the ancient table settings in the dining room. Good morning. Morning. Plans for the day? Scout out some more, get to grips. He's convinced there's useful information somewhere here. A bit more ambition, please. Alright, you've been to the capital, right? Marius also. And Elhasmi. I only get one shot at getting there. We go when we're ready, and not a moment before. We have to do it right. And does it behoove you to tell us what we're going to do? We'll have to send people to scout out the castle. The plan will depend on what we find. So you have nothing planned? Right, there was never any plan. You could have figured out that much on your own. But I haven't gotten anyone killed yet. Fuck you. Oh, where's breakfast? You can sort your own out once we have a chance to actually... Mary waves around the dishes in her hands, gestures to the other dishes Reckon is balancing on his arms. You can help her to finish them off. Something on the surface is prickling at me. Nothing for you all to be concerned about, just prickly. Salad is being on guard for us. That's more convincing. How... Raish. Utilitarianism is culturalist. Oh, sure, like mind dead. We all agree that's part of functional society, yes. Huh? I just need to feel it out. It should be fast. Right. And everyone else? I feel like this is... A little hand got a little lost. Whoops. Rand's not on the correct side of things there. I'll leave you two to it. You got plans? I've got plans. You two don't do anything you wouldn't do if I was there. Gotcha. I'm going to go and enjoy the view. I'll be in the area. I'll be around. Find me if anything comes up. What am I gonna do? I need to give them grand strategy, a part to play in a bigger story. Not being able to give them that is really wearing us all down. I just don't know enough. I don't know enough. How did Reckon feel when he first came to his forest? Like any day he would leave, but just one more day to gather himself, one more night to sleep sound, and then 7 years gone and the future no closer. It would be so easy. Huh? Someone's calling me. Reckon? A winding way away from the cave entrance, there's an enormous gnarled tree. What am I looking at here? What is in her hand? Reckon sits on a low branch, shoulders hunched like he is nostalgic for the old days. I always have been. Sorry. Did you want me for something? No. Always the surprises. Don't think I could bear anyone else right now. Costs so much to put thought into words. How do you all do it? Are you okay? No. I draw closer. Rocks are stacked in a small pile beneath the tree, nestled in the shade. They're overgrown with moss. Do you think this could be... I thought this was a safe place, a good place. Not for the Lord, but whoever they were. But that feels like a grave. I don't know. I don't know anything. I put another rock on the cairn. If I die, could you tell everyone that I wouldn't mind a little pile of rocks? Gravestone's a target. Ash, that's gone. You want something that's gonna last forever, you build a little pile of rocks in the dark. People find it and they add another rock. They think, this is me, making something that'll always last. Eternity is a pile of rocks in a place one or two people go. Your presence lingers and accumulates with each person who goes past. I'll pass your wishes on to your friends. If I had my druthers, I'd leave more than just that pile of rocks, but sure, if I wind up dead, you tell them I said that. Are you going to wind up dead? Please, can you be the only person here that I don't have that conversation with? Out loud, at least? Bear with me. It seems distasteful to put this into words, but when words are all you have... When I first came here, all I wanted was to find out what had happened. Killing Gauda was never my mission. If it was yours, then so be it, but... Every inch of your land is so hostile, every beautiful thing broken, and you think you can fix that? If everything you're dreading comes to pass, then I will see this through. That makes me wonder if I even need to be here. It'd be easier for you to do this alone than for us to do it together. But I didn't. I'm only here with all of you, Ari, and I would stay here without you. But it's a with until it must be a without. All this for one pile of rocks. There must be tiny unmarked graves all across the world, and for each grave, people who never knew. And yet, we always think we will. When you're scared and sad and fear everything may not end as you wish, you should know that there are still people left. People who believe in what you tried to do. A with until it must be a without, huh? I like the sound of that. Are you feeling better? No, not so much. But sometimes you have to let yourself sink before you start to swim. Having said that, how do you lot swim up? In a metaphorical sense? When you feel bad, how do you stop feeling bad? Some people say talk about it, I guess. Or you try to look on the bright side. I don't know, how do you do it? Well, communally, for one. It's difficult to describe. You put yourself around the right sort of people and soak up what you need. But without anyone, I suppose I'll just feel bad for a while. Yes, you can leave me to it. No. Just send him some good vibes, dude. God dang it. I can see Mary's back, spine hunched, cane propped up against the side of the table. She might be taking a nap. Let her be. Marius and Ryan are arguing back in the cave. Marius shrill and Ryan dipping deep. Ryan's found something she doesn't like and Marius is getting panicky. Okay, well, I'm concerned, but apparently we're not dealing with that. Reckon looks ready for a conversation and might not have noticed me yet. This might be the first time I've ever caught him off guard. I duck down the corridor, past the room where Marius and Ryan are still arguing, and hide. From here, I should be able to overhear their conversation, but Marius and Ryan should drown out my thoughts. Ever since Reckon joined the team, we've kept no thoughts to ourselves. I don't think he would resent me taking a shot back. He'll has me. Whatever he needed to pick himself up, I don't think he's found it yet. And I don't think he's looking to the Major for it. Mary wanted to talk to you, you know? I know. It would not be so bad, would it? It would not be so hard. I can't. Teresa needs me. I cannot be that. I know. I won't, if you would prefer it. I wonder, too. That's his business. I won't. I will not. Yet the work may still need to be done. The labor's still in need. It's your task. You're allowed to want Amna. You're as allowed to deserve as I am. This is not my world to want from. All right. But you could, if you wanted to. I don't mind him, despite it all. And we need not betray that. You and I can do what must be done. What? Huh? Oh boy. I love the confusion of this game because it makes me feel the way I feel every day in life. Just utterly lost. It's comforting. I am not in over my head. I'm not. whatever Reckon is going through, whatever they're going through, I am still handling this. I still get them. I still know what we need. I still have this totally under control, like I always did, definitely 100%. I need to breathe away from this stifling, echoing, crushing weight, the weight of years and peoples and bonds and history, and Reckon can take a hit. He'll pick himself back up. He has to pick himself back up. But not just Reckon. I know what I have to do. I know what I'm here to do, and I know that I have to bring them with me. I know it. I knew what it would do to me when we started. Knew there were only 2 ways I'd end this. But for them, what we do now and what they learn about themselves will keep on echoing for the rest of their lives. They're fraying, aren't they? Thread at a time. How often have people failed and tried and come through here holding hopes and plans for who they were and what they would become? How many of those plans have ended here? What do I have left? I have Mal, eyes afraid, voice peaking and breaking. Rhiannon and Marius, warmth and comfort and cozy. World of wonder reduced down to something so simple, a breath out after a lifetime held. I have Mary, and Mary could have so much more. She was more. Marius fighting as hard as he can to be better. Someone needs to fix the world for him. The Major still stained with Rhiannon's blood. It doesn't matter whether she's here for the money or the ideals, because she's still here. Rhiannon, shaky and uncertain and questioning and grasping, so unreliable she's reliable. And Reckon, infinite patience, solemn frustration. Could be like a game to you, playing in our lives, hearing what we want from one another, too nervous to say, while someone else could solve this all and you just choose not to. I think he likes it. He likes that we're young and alive and that sometimes we're silly, because keeping us around reminds him that he's not too far gone. Who am I to lead them? Ari? Yeah? Oh. What's wrong? 1 week. We have 1 week. 1 week to get to Kaudat. We need a plan now. Your face. Did someone find... What? No. He touches his fingers to his bloody nose with mild surprise. Oh. No, that was Rhiannon. I riled her up a bit. I needed her to... You needed me to pick myself up. Huh? What? No, see, you're Kaudat. He's leaving the country in maybe a week, maybe to Akalo. We've got his location until then, and then he's gone. So we move now, or we let it go. Then we move now. Oh boy. Who was it that you caught this from? Doesn't matter. The whole court knows that he'll be gone in a week. It could be an annual trip. Maybe he likes to go hunting. And by hunting, I mean pheasant hunting. What's today's date? Does it matter? 1 week. It could matter. Any other ideas what the event could be? Aklau, diplomatic. Maybe he's got some sort of horrible slaughter planned and doesn't trust his people to do it properly. It's not summer, is it? Oh my god. Mid-autumn. Oh shit, I might have missed my birthday. You are looking all old and wrinkly and pretty gross. Ha ha, so he's not coming here.
But come to think of it, this is the summer palace. It's gonna be freezing in a month or two.
Oh yeah, our old summer house. Whole point was keeping it cool. Water froze over in winter. Rich boy. 1 week. So we've got double deadlines.
That's good, isn't it?
Good. Great. I'm in the bad camp here. How do your minds work?
I think we're ready.
Doesn't that usually suggest that you're not?
You're not. Alright, you do it now, or else it wears you down until the next people come.
Where do you suggest we begin?
Stop pretending that you have no plan when you're afraid that your plan is bad. You want to kill him. First thing that comes into your mind. Go.
We plan it out properly. Get to him quietly. Kill him silently. Nobody needs to know it was us. Sharp. Efficient. Kind of pathetic.
That option might come naturally to Ari, but it isn't all we have. You can all be heard. Oh, wait, before we go any further. It's not only us and him. There's Malantari to consider too, Eric.
If Malantari are still alive, they're gonna be at the castle. Oh shit. Who?
His parents.
Fuck, you have parents?
If they're not already dead.
How come? I feel like you were there for this. Maybe physically. The night the soldiers came for me, they got me out of the house, and after I escaped, they got taken instead. That's kind of cool.
So what are we going to do? We could try.
Aren't there questions they could answer? Huh? Yeah, I'm not just gonna fucking abandon them if they're in there. Let's keep them in mind, if we can. There's so much I want to know from them. I'm sick of not knowing things. And there's so much I owe them. Hell, they're only there because they got me out. This is my responsibility.
Listen to you. Alright, who's first?
Assassination? Ugh. If you want to plan, you need to plan big. Plan the world. What are you thinking? You're squirming away from it. No, that's too messy. But you need to do whatever it takes. Proper show of force always gives you the advantage. So I vote we rock up, we look vicious, and we look powerful, and we look intimidating, and we've got shit on our side they can't even imagine. We tear apart everything in our way until we make it to court and chop off goes his head. Hell, then we go downstairs and let all the prisoners out. There you go, parents saved. You're welcome. Yikes. You think that's a reasonable thing to do? You want to win.
I agree with Rayanne.
Wow, words I never thought I'd hear coming from you.
A little. Let me speak. Taking out the Lord needs to be a statement in itself. We need to speak to him.
Just walk up all diplomatic-like? Rayanne wipes her throat being slit.
If we surrender and we plead for a public audience, we get an equal playing field, talking everything through and come to an agreement.
There's no fucking way. What in the absolute fuck are you saying?
We keep dismissing him, but the man has kept our country alive for 20 years. Of course, I think he's a tyrant, but the man has a mind. We can appeal to it. And maybe he'll even let Mal and Tari go once he has what he wants.
Oh my god. Major, you're very quiet, more so than usual. I support your plan, sir. Efficient. Effective. Easy to make a stop by the dungeons on the way. Sorry. I get it. Maybe one choice seems natural to you, but compromise is natural too. I figured you'd like the assassination plan. I never said I didn't. I haven't said anything I didn't find in your own head. I'm just dragging it out so that you know you made a choice.
I don't think there's anything wrong with reason and rationality, but there are so many different kinds of pragmatism.
Stop taking away his one chance to matter. Your orders until the end, sir. Or our father, I am in over my head. Wait, shit, I keep doing that to Marius. Out loud. Oh, dear God. Oh no, this is the worst choice. This is the worst choice on the planet. Oh my God. I might have to sleep on this. I don't think I can make this fucking choice right now. Oh, fuck. We're definitely not doing it Mary's way. I'm sorry, but we're just not. My gut says to go sneaky. But it is important that we... Yeah, I'll sleep on this. There's no fucking way I'm making this choice right now with my head all hurty.